Good evening, everyone. I'm Keisha Adderley.
And good evening, I'm Charisma Robinson. The Baha Claims Committee is set to begin another round of payouts to businesses and vendors owed outstanding money by the stalled multi-billion-dollar Baha resort tomorrow.
Now, the Claims Committee chairman says they're making significant headway, and although all businesses haven't turned in claims, the committee is close to completing the process. Cleopatra Murphy has the details on what stage the committee is at now and what's been a difficult process.
Chairman of the Baha Claims Committee, James Smith, anticipates the committee will have completed settlements to 70 to 80% of Bahamian companies and vendors owed for work on the $3.5 billion Baha resort by the end of Wednesday, with the hope of completing the entire process by the end of December. A little more than 300 unsecured creditors were set to be paid from the $100 million the China Exim Bank allocated for the payment of former employees and companies that provided services for the project. Smith says it has been a complicated process.
In some cases, we have to bring them in to negotiate the settlement where there's a difference between what they would have put in and what the Baha records would have showed. Usually, if it's not too much, we get quick agreement. But we feel pretty confident that we would have dealt, effectively and smoothly with the majority of them.
Smith says the committee left the more difficult negotiations for the end, noting that it is not based on the amount of monies owed, but composition.
For instance, you would have Bahamian subcontractors who would have been working for American firms. And since we're to deal with the Bahamian part of it first, we have to deal with that. Then there's the limited pool that we have to deal with. If the amounts that are left for the remaining claims are more than the amount of money we have, then we start negotiating them.
Smith says they do not expect much pushback because the money was a gift from the China Exim Bank. Payouts are being issued to creditors owed more than $500,000, and with less people to collect now that most employees have been paid, Smith says a crowd is not expected.
Some of them don't even have to come in. We simply get the information on their bank account, and if they prefer, we can wire transfer their settlement to their account. So you won't see the long lines or anything like that, because some of them don't even have to show up. And most companies would opt for a wire transfer. And even if they wanted a check, they can just drive in and get it.
Smith says 30 to 40 claims are left outstanding.
We're dealing with a lot less of more complicated settlements, but less of them. And so whenever there's completion, you simply telephone or send an email to say, we looked at your claim, it's settled, there's a check here for you, come and get it.
Adding that he believes the committee has handled claims fairly, Smith says the payout should have a positive impact on the economy that is seeing a favorable injection in the last quarter of the year. Cleopatra Murphy, SATNS Network News.